Good.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Angel and this is Jamie, and we are two of the three individuals that make up Saultlife. Saultlife is the name of our boat, which is a 42 Hunter.
Passage.
And Saultlife is a play on our name, because our last name is Salter, S-A-U-L-T-E-R. So the spelling of our boat is S-A-U-L-T-L-I-F-E.
Crazy. Funny.
I am 43 years old and Jamie is 45.
Old.
And we have been married for 20 years. We have almost 20 years. We have 3 children. Our oldest son is Michael and he is 23. Our middle son is Zachary and he is 20. And our daughter, who will be sailing with us, is 15. And her name is Amy. You may see her from time to time, sleeping.
Periodically comes out of her cabin. She's a cabin troll.
Yes, but she will be aboard with us. She will be doing homeschooling or virtual school while we take this journey. We also have a granddaughter, and her name is Jensen, and she will be a year old in September.
And that's Michael and Paige's baby.
And she's cute. So anyway, let's talk about our journey. Our journey started about 5 years ago when we saw a SB Delos video on YouTube, as many of you also have. And they inspired Jamie, actually, to kind of look at, reevaluate our mundane, everyday life and try to look at something different, something unconventional.
Something more positive. Just something that changes something. Just something that we don't... You know, everybody goes to work and they work so hard for what? You know, the next new cell phone, the next new truck, the next new car. You have to work harder so you can drive something a little bit fancier. But it doesn't really mean anything. There's no meaning behind it. We're looking for purpose, basically. A little bit more purpose. You know, something, you know, reducing our carbon footprint, reducing what we do, what we intake, reducing our waste, just reducing everything in life, living the tiny life. We were actually considering moving onto a camper or a motorhome for a little while, and then as I was watching videos on that, I came across the Delos video, and that pretty much set the stage for where we're at now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian and Brady.
We bought Saultlife from a gentleman in Chicago about 3 years ago. He has been amazing. We are the 3rd owners of the vessel.
We're still in contact with Bobby.
Yep, we still contact him. We shoot him emails, ask him random questions. He posts stuff about his life with the boat, which is nice to see what it used to look like versus what it looks like now, because we've done a tremendous amount of work to Saultlife, which are videos that you'll see. So we sold our house last year and pretty much all of our worldly possessions, and we have been living on Saultlife since then. We had a setback with our son's daughter. She was diagnosed with cancer, so we decided that we were going to pause our journey and stick around to see and spend some time with Jensen and make sure that her cancer goes away or goes in remission, and time with her was more important than, you know, leaving. So we ended up buying a camper and putting it on our son's property, and we stayed there in the wintertime so we could be close to them. They had to make several trips to the University of Michigan, and also had to still both work full-time, and try to maintain regimens of chemotherapy and home health care. And so Jamie and I decided that we were going to stay the winter. Amy was already in virtual school. Jamie continued to work, and I stopped working. So I just kind of became a stay-at-home person, grandparent, mom,
Definitely helped out tremendously.
wherever it was needed.
Yeah,
Um,
as much as we could.
yeah, I was wherever I could be to be helpful and to take some of the burden off of two young children having a child of their own with special needs. I mean, has cancer, which sucks.
Stage 4 neuroblastoma.
So we're just keeping with the optimism and going with the flow with it. Our son then told us that she is pretty much okay enough to where we can go. So we just kind of took his lead and decided to head out. So we made our plan to leave this summer. Then COVID hit. And as I'm sure all of you know, we couldn't launch our boat. So we had to stay most of the spring with our son
In the camper.
in the camper in the backyard. Which, is it was a gift. We got to
Yes.
spend more time with Jensen and our sons. We couldn't even work on Saultlife because, we were under quarantine, and we couldn't even come to the marina at first. And then we were able to launch her in May. Our governor, we won't go there, lifted some restrictions that allowed boat launching. And there were some technicalities with that. Our marina works closely with the state and local authorities, so our marina fell under a special category, so we kind of slid in under that.
Yeah.
So we're officially back on the boat in May, and then we started doing a lot of the last minute projects. Well, Jamie did.
Just finalizing the things that there's always something to be had. There's always something to be done, but the things that really needed to be knocked out. Shakedown cruises, testing out our solar system, our batteries, making sure our motor works as it should, just making sure that everything is as it should be, and all of our systems, because we almost refit the entire boat. I don't think that there's any system that we hadn't gone through that we hadn't put our touch on. Like, the entire electrical system is completely redone. The entire gas system is completely redone. The fuel system is completely redone. The electronics navigation system is all completely redone. It's got new sails on it.
And these were
new
all
canopy.
these were all things that we did to make it a cruising boat. We're going to go from freshwater to saltwater. This boat has never seen saltwater.
Right.
And
it was set up to be a day sailor too. It wasn't set up to be a liveaboard.
And it's a cozy boat. I mean, we have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's cozy for three plus people.
Yeah, 2 full staterooms.
And so we're not complaining at all because we started off with good bones. So really what we did was updates and, just modifications to be a live-aboard boat, freestanding, so that we don't have to live on a dock, and
Right.
like water maker, solar, that sort of thing. So she started off with really good bones, and we're very thankful for that because
Definitely.
thanks, Bobby.
Thank you.
So after we launched, we did our little tidbits. We did lots of work over the past 3 years. With COVID, we are now waiting for the Erie Canal to open. At this point, that was our hold up. The locks weren't open, so we couldn't just leave.
Now they are.
So now they're all open. There's kind of a small window because they closed back down in October.
Yeah, October this year.
And then, wouldn't you know, the very last thing holding us up is school books. Yes, I said it, school books.
School books.
Of all the things in all the lands, school books.
But they should be here within a couple more days.
Yes.
So
That's our last thing.
after that, we'll be looking for weather to head on out
Yep.
and start the adventure. And we're going to try and keep everyone apprised of all of up to date as much as we possibly can. We're really not good at video editing at all.
We're new.
We're really not good at storytelling at all. I think we have something adventurous to say, though. I think we're going to be able to show a lot of people that they can come into this with a little bit of knowledge and be able to take that knowledge and go very far with it and do. Hopefully, we're going to be able to do some good things with it.
And have a vast background. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to Google something to figure out how to fix something.
Right.
Or how to sail.
YouTube tutorials.
Oh man, let me YouTube has saved my butt 1.5 million times on how to learn to do stuff. So,
hopefully
that's our dog.
Ferocious beast.
Yes. That's Luna.
Luna.
Shh.
So hopefully we'll be able to pay back some of those tutorials with some of our own tutorials on some of the things that we have done, and maybe even inspire some people, and they can watch some of the things that we have done and incorporate it for what they need to have done for themselves.
Yeah, so this is just our first introduction video. We'll probably do 3 individual ones to get to know us a little bit more individually, and our daughter and our boat, just so that you can know a little bit more of us personally and our backgrounds. And if you have any questions, you can email us or Facebook us. We'll leave all those links in the description below.
The description below? Is that down there or is it up there?
It's down there.
It's over there?
I don't know. That's all learning too.
Everybody always points over here. It's right. We're going to leave the link. No.
Anything else?
No, I think that just about sums it all up.